You're watching UnrealEntGaming. This is Gohan from Dragon Ball Z. You want to see me turn Super Saiyan? Or should I take it to the next level? I'm also the narrator, too. Next time on Dragon Ball Z, make sure and smash subscribe to UnrealEntGaming.
With Dragon Ball Super Manga chapter number 65 now officially in the history books, the stage is now set for the conclusion of the Galactic Patrol Prisoner arc come November 2020, and as we now begin to enter the end of the Moro arc, with Moro now having to be embedded and fusing within the Earth itself, the question now going forward is how exactly is this going to end, because Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku really can't do anything right now to physically touch Moro. Otherwise, very similar to Perfect Cell, Moro is not only going to blow himself up and take the Earth with him, but according to Whis, he is also going to take out the entire galaxy. So a quick little reminder before we actually go any further, if of course you guys are new to the channel and have a love and passion for all things Dragon Ball and anime related, then I do encourage you guys to smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to never miss a single update video on this channel, as well as giving this video a big thumbs up by slapping that like button down below if you guys are simply stoked, ready, and excited to see the end of the Moro arc, because I think more so now than ever, it's time for Vegeta. Now, I understand a lot of people wanted Vegeta to actually win come Dragon Ball Super Manga chapter number 61, 60, originally when Vegeta first got to Earth, but we never had those circumstances go down because Moro outsmarted Vegeta and then he ate 7-3. So joining me here today to discuss the finale and the end of the Moro arc is my good friend and Dragon Ball YouTuber Emosh. Now Emosh, me and you both spoke about this privately on Discord, and we both came to an agreement that at some point Vegeta is going to be the one that's going to use his forced spirit fission technique to further separate Moro from the planet, because I think that to give Vegeta further character development and to allow him to grow into his own, they have to have him do something, because what was the point of having Vegeta remove all of the power from Moro during the events of manga chapter number 60 and 61, 62, etc. Everything basically went backwards in a sense to where Moro got even stronger by consuming 7-3, so we clearly have seen Moro's evolution, and I think that going forward, it's going to come down to Vegeta having to remove him from the Earth and then for Goku to finish him off. So I want to get your thoughts, Emosh, on the premise of Vegeta. Do you think that perhaps maybe this is the only opportunity that he has to showcase his abilities that he's learned from Pybrara and everything he's learned and gone through on planet Yardrad? And also in the comment section below, I want you guys to let us know your thoughts on Vegeta and Goku, because I think it's going to come down to Vegeta removing Moro from the planet and then for Goku to finish him off. I mean, for all we know, there could be a huge twist at the end, but I think that this is officially the end of Moro come Dragon Ball Super Manga chapter number 66. So I want to get your thoughts, Emosh, on Vegeta. Do you think that perhaps maybe this is Vegeta's big opportunity, this is his big chance and big moment to redeem himself and get payback on what Moro did? Or do you think that perhaps maybe Vegeta really isn't going to do anything and it's solely going to come down to Goku in finishing it by himself?
Right, so definitely Vegeta. And they had to give him a target that he couldn't miss, right? So he couldn't touch base Moro 7-3, so, oh, I know. How do we get Vegeta to actually land a hit on Moro to apply for Spirit Fission? Oh, I know. Let's make him become the Earth, right? So essentially, Goku has the power to beat Moro, but he can't, because if he does, then the Earth will go with it and it'll cause a lot of damage to, like, the quote-unquote galaxy, right? So that's where Vegeta comes in. And as far as, like, you know, another monkey wrench being thrown in there, it's highly unlikely, only because, again, Vegeta is probably someone who's more than likely to finish it off. Remember what he said before old Moro blitzed him? I'm no naive fool like Kakarot. Okay, well, now's his chance to show that, right? Now he has the chance to kind of showcase that again. And it ends the arc with, you know, Vegeta either being a supporting cast / supplementary / necessity to defeat this guy, because Goku cannot. He doesn't have FSF, which is Force Spirit Fission. And then Vegeta just comes in, applies a Force Spirit Fission. Maybe Goku finishes it off, or Goku just sits back and go ahead, Vegeta, do the honors, you know? And then Vegeta gets the quote-unquote W. He gets the final kill. And I think I'm gonna call it now. If that's the case, like if Vegeta does get the kill on top of applying FSF, people are gonna start. I think there are gonna be a lot of people who just love this manga all of a sudden again, right? As long as Vegeta got it, I don't care. I'm good. I'm good. Get the W. You know, they just leave on to the next until we get the next thing, and then hopefully they'll expand on Vegeta. Toru redeemed himself because Vegeta got the W. And you know, Paibara could do the same thing aside from killing Moro. Like if you brought a Yardrat who knows FSF to Earth right now, and just ask the Yardrat to use Force Spirit Fission, he could do it tomorrow too. Like it's not really dependent on your current power level, you know? So the only thing Vegeta did was use it on Moro to bring him down to his level, so that way he stood a chance, and then he just kept using it to kind of like redeem all the souls that like Moro took at the time, and then he brought him back to his old self, and then that was it. You know, though I feel like Vegeta not being able to two things over here. He wasn't able to see where Moro went, and he wasn't even able to catch up to Moro in time. So that's kind of like a really big speed feat. It could just be an inconsistency, which is likely the case. But again, it just goes to show why the sense of character progression is always traded off for character regression, right? Okay, if you want these characters to progress, I'm going to need some regression here, because Toyo just doesn't know how. He doesn't know how else to write this. Like he doesn't know how else to write Goku and Vegeta getting better as both warriors and as characters, and it's really unfortunate. But it's obvious that it's Vegeta. It's going to be obvious that it's Vegeta. And whether or not he gets the kill doesn't matter. You kind of need Vegeta to be like a supplementary or necessity kind of entity at that point. And he is, obviously. He's the only one that can, you know, defuse people, with the exception of Whis, obviously, right? So yeah, there you go.
You know, I think whether or not Vegeta wins or Goku wins, fans are still going to be really upset in the fact that they're going to say, well, if Vegeta won, he didn't do it without Goku, or if Goku wins, hell, he didn't do it without Vegeta. So I think that's been the premise, though, of Dragon Ball Super ever since the beginning, because they've often had battled against people together, and whether that be through tournaments, or having to travel into the future, or encountering people like Broly, you know, they've often fought together, and I think that to make amends in giving Vegeta payback, again, very similar to what they did against Perfect Cell with Gohan, I think that Vegeta this time, instead of just shooting out a big bang attack from behind, I think that going forward, Vegeta needs to really embed himself in this fight to say, hey, I'm healed up, I'm ready, I'm angry, and you've been a thorn in my side for months. So I definitely think that Vegeta should be the one to not only rip apart Moro from the earth, but also in some way, shape, or form rip away Merus' abilities from Moro, and thus creating a leeway for Goku to capitalize in either using the Kamehameha or even the Hakai, as he did against Merus Zamasu in the Dragon Ball Super manga. It would be epic to see Mastered UI Goku use the Hakai, but even if it's the Kamehameha, it is what it is. So, do you think that it is going to come down to either solely Vegeta or solely Goku, or is there going to be kind of like a different circumstance that occurs that allows this to go in a different direction?
How Moro dies isn't really much of a factor, right? As much as you might want it to be, mainly because of where we are now and what it took to get here. So it took a lot of regression for us to get some kind of progress, right? So if Vegeta just comes in and does the most sensible thing, well then, okay, sure, that's the Vegeta that we know. Thanks for finally giving us some level of inconsistency when it doesn't even matter anymore, because this is the actual, like, it's the end. Some people might be happy with it, right? But it's, who cares now? Vegeta, listen, okay. Vegeta isn't even in the draft. He gets no panel in chapter 65 as far as I know of, okay? He's not even a statement. He's not even in the distance. You don't even see a Vegeta in the distance. He's been, like, absent for 2 chapters straight. No commentary, nothing. So, and then previous to that, he was asleep for like 3 other chapters. Or like 2 other chapters. Again, this is what Toru's just not good at. Suddenly, Vegeta just comes out of nowhere. He's awake now. He just comes back in. Yeah, it's my turn, Kakarot. You know, I'm going to apply FSF and blah, 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 blah. Here you go. So, ultimately, sure, in the instance, it might be good for Vegeta. But when you look back at everything and you start to review and overview everything, it's just like, holy crap, that wasn't really good at all. And it's, you know, I've lost a lot of energy, like, trying to look at this in a different light, and to me, it's all the same, you know? As far as, like, Goku is, if there is dialogue where Goku's asking him again, holy crap, I think at that point, Toei probably just won't give a shit. I think it's likely, though. I think we could see Goku, you know, giving us, like, a little speech the same way he did to Kid Buu before he detonated the Spirit Bomb. right? It's a shame. I would have loved to have trained with someone like you, blah, 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 blah. And then some shit happens to where it's like, oh, well, I heard your wish, you know? maybe like the Grand Priest or somebody heard his wish, and out of respect for Merus, maybe, you know, he wanted to realize it. So Moro comes back as like a fucking goat, like an actual goat this time, goat person. You know, he's like a good guy. Now, I mean, listen, at this point, it's Toyo. Like we've seen that this dude does not hold back when it comes to like the way he dictates characters, the way he portrays characters. So I could see that happening. But, you know, all kidding aside, both of what you mentioned is very likely. It's just a matter as to, can we wrap this up and just tell us what the next arc is going to be, right? I think a lot of people are no longer invested in this after just seeing the spoilers. Like, all it took was for us to see the draft pages. And then we got an interview suggesting, hold on, wait for page 9, guys. There's a big twist on page 9. Okay, what was page 9? Moro breaks his arm and Goku's having a conversation with Moro. There's your page 9. There's the twist. So it's just, I can't take anything that they talk about at face value anymore, because it feels like they do make it up as they go. And, you know, Toro obviously has a month to do this stuff, to think of a sense of direction. And it's not complicated. I don't think it's difficult. A lot of us, forget content creators, like you guys in the comment section, you guys are fans, right? And I've seen a lot of great ideas in the comments. I'm like, yeah, they could have done that. Why is it that a 15-year-old or a 45-year-old or literally any year-old can think of things off the top of their head because they're invested in this product, because they actually give a shit? That's why they think about this. And that's why they think about stuff like that, because they care, right? So I don't know. Maybe his understanding is different. Maybe the way he views things are different. Maybe, you know, maybe over there in Japan, they're all hype and excited. Sugoi, sugoi. You know, they're all hype. Like, everybody's happy. You know, I really think that there are people over there that really do feel that way. They look at this and they say, wow, like, you know, this is really good. Wow. You know, like, they're just really excited and hyped for it. Oh my God, perfect cell, super perfect cell, sugoi. You know, like, they're just happy. And it's not to suggest that I have a higher standard. It's just, I've seen things like fan mangas, for example, and fan mangas, they actually, again, it's whether or not you can sell that you actually care about the product, about your art, about your work. And it just doesn't feel like that anymore, right? And it hasn't felt like that for quite some time, with the exception of the Broly movie, right? The Broly movie, like, animation aside, the actual story, everything about it, while there are some parts of it that are flawed, and you can obviously tell that they cut a lot of parts of it out, it felt like a Dragon Ball product, you know? But so when people are like, oh, but Emosh, this whole time, Akira's been approving Toyotaro's garbage. So he was involved. Look at the Broly movie. He was involved heavily there. To my knowledge, at least, he was involved there to some extent. And that's a fucking, look at that. In comparison to DBS, it's a fucking masterpiece, right? It's one of the top selling anime movies of all time, probably, you know? So there's no excuse. There's really no excuse. So if Akira could just sit down and write a script and say, here, I have 3 hours worth of content. Okay, how do we shave it down to an hour and change for the Broly movie? And it still comes out as good as that was? There's no excuse for this manga to be as trash as it is right now.
Honestly, I can see where you're coming from in a sense of like build up and anticipation, because I'll be the first one to say this arc wasn't as bad as many people make it out to be. I definitely feel like there were times where they introduced great ideas and they ended up dropping the ball with it. So I think that one of those ideas is definitely Vegeta and Goku working together, because we've never seen Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta teaming up with Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, and being the fact that right now their very planet is being threatened along with the galaxy, which is kind of weird because in Battle of Gods we had Beerus and Goku basically clash fists, and if they were to clash for a third time, the entire universe was going to be destroyed. But instead here we have Moro, who has the powers of an angel, and he's only threatening a galaxy. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's a little weird, but I definitely think that Vegeta is going to tear Moro apart. Now, how exactly he removes Moro is going to be really interesting, because is he going to remove Moro and 7-3 along with Merus completely? Is this going to be a regressed older Moro to where he's going to be finished off at his older stage? Is he going to be pulled out and then, you know, we're going to have Merus 7-3 Moro absorbed still standing there? It's going to be interesting to see how Vegeta does it, but in the comment section below, we want to get your thoughts and opinions on the overall direction and what you guys expect to see when it comes down to the overall narrative and the ending to this arc, because truth be told, it is ending and it's going to end next month. I can't wait to see what's going to happen, and honestly, I can't wait to see what the next arc is going to be about. So again, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for your time. If of course you guys enjoyed, then be sure to give this video a big thumbs up by slapping that like button down below. Also, if you guys are not subscribed to Emosh's channel, then I do encourage you guys to smash that subscribe button on his channel. Also guys, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Every single link will be located down below. I appreciate you guys for your time. Thank you so much, Emosh, for joining me. Thank you all so much once again, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you guys down in the comment section below. Have a great day, everybody, and take care. Peace. And a quick little reminder before you guys go, if you guys are unaware, I do have a second gaming channel located down in the description box below, so be sure to head on over to Unreal Royale and hit that subscribe button along with turning on all notifications, as to there, you guys will find all different kinds of gaming content that you will not get to find on UnrealEntGaming, titles and video games such as Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, Gears of War, Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, Dragon Ball Z Legends, Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3, Minecraft, Blair Witch, and many other retro games on that channel. So if you guys are into gaming, then make sure you guys subscribe over on Unreal Royale. I want to thank you all so much for your time, and I'll catch you all in the next one.
This is the Galactic Emperor of the Universe, and of course I'm here to tell you to subscribe to UnrealEntGaming.
Also follow UnrealEntGaming on these social media platforms to stay connected at all times. And if you don't, then very soon you will all be dead! Oh, did someone say UnrealEntGaming? Oh my god.
The fuck's up, on? Put on some clothes!
Well, why don't you put on any clothes?
What? I don't need clothes. Jesus Christ, that's huge! What, Broly?
Freezer.
Uh-oh.
Prepare to die!
But once you get video, lots of likes, or Bill will turn you into chocolate!
Vados, get over here! Tell these mortals that I'm the biggest UnrealEntGaming fan. This is my moment. I'm a part of his notification squad. Universe 7 can have all the fun. I just want the food.
And don't forget to leave a comment on this video. Show some love for the best community on YouTube.
Kakarot!